Most coaches don't fail because you're a bad coach. You fail because nobody even knows you exist. And that's why if you don't solve this number one problem, the lead problem, everything else is just noise and wasted effort. So if you're a coach and you're wondering whether Noomii.com is actually worth it, I want to give you a straight answer, not a sales pitch. And full disclosure, my name is Markland. I'm the co-CEO of Noomii.com. And I also have my own coaching practice, Accountability Now. And I've worked with probably over now 2,000 coaches, and I've helped them build their practices from the ground up. I've burned money on leads that didn't convert. I've really got an understanding of what it takes to be successful as a coach. And to be honest, there's only one thing you need. Not certifications, not all that stuff. One thing, getting clients. That's it. So let's talk about it and what actually matters. And the real problem the coaches face is the lack of leads. So let's start there. The number one issue facing coaches today is not mindset. You don't need a mindset guru. It's not confidence. And I promise it's not another certification from a certification mill. It's not even a renewal. It's lack of leads. And you can find this everywhere. Harvard Business Review, they did a whole study that showed that coaches that they will consistently stall if they don't have consistent demand. Even the ICF, the International Coaching Federation, they've surveyed that most coaches struggle to get leads and struggle to replace a client when it leaves. That's what gives you that stress, because that cash flow leaves. And if you've ever looked at your calendar and thought, I don't know where my next client is coming from, and you know this is true, you know it's the number one problem. No leads means maybe you're having low cash flow now, right? And when you really have no leads, you just start to say yes to anything that you can. And you're spending all of your time on marketing, and chances are you're spending it in the wrong areas, like content or social media content, which doesn't drive leads, it's demand gen. So the real question is, where do quality leads actually come from? And that's where I'll tell you a little bit about Noomii. And this is what makes Noomii.com so interesting. Noomii doesn't work like ads. It doesn't work like email, cold email. It doesn't work like cold outreach. And it definitely doesn't work like social media hope marketing, this post and hope strategy that you're doing, where you post a quote on social media and hope that it gets viral. Noomii is very different. We focus on the two things that every coach needs to land a client. The first one is called common ground. You have to have common ground with the person that is interested in coaching. And number two, you have to have speed to lead. And at Noomii.com, we have what we call our Smart Match 2.0 technology. And that solves those two things, where you get matched with the right person. They're matched based on your profile, your experience, and the specific problem that you try to solve. And that's super important, not your credentials. And then number two, Smart Match 2.0 gives you speed. That when that information comes through with one of our lead forms on one of our 100,000 SEO indexed pages or our Google Ad network, that match occurs in under 5 seconds, which puts you, the coach, in the best position to actually land a client. Those two things, common ground and speed, drive more coaching revenue than anything else I've ever seen. And Noomii is built around that concept. So with that, let me talk to you about numbers. And you never get any of this honesty when you go through ICF or Ericsson or IPEC or any of the people to get a certification. You don't learn any of this. So here's the numbers, because feelings don't pay the bills, okay? On average, Noomii's cost per lead for a coach is usually about 40% lower than running ads yourself. If you went to bark.com, they're 40 to 60% lower, right? If you do Coach Hub or Skillsoft, all of our costs per leads are lower. And why do we do that? Because you're not paying to educate the market and do this demand gen work. You want to meet people who are looking for a coach. And that's all that Noomii provides you, are people that are looking for a coach. And we try to do it. This is our mission, because we're built by coaches for coaches. Our whole mission is to do it in a cost-effective way that helps you actually succeed. Because I know myself, having built a coaching practice from scratch, how challenging it can be to build it with your cash flows low. Now, here's where most reviews stop. And if you've read anything online, you might see some different types of reviews about Noomii where some people love it and then some people are frustrated. Okay. And one of the biggest things is our elite membership tier. That's our third, is our highest tier. And full disclosure, that might not be for you. It is only for professional coaches that want to do this full time. That is it. It is not for part-time coaches. It is not for somebody who's got a second job. Elite is for full-time coaches. And with Elite, you get some things that no other platform gives. For example, you get live coaching from me on how to grow your coaching practice, not mindset guru stuff, actual playbooks that are step-by-step how to grow your practice, how to use other resources, not just Noomii, how to use Bark.com or your own Google ads or your own email marketing or LinkedIn or anything. Plus you learn how to sell coaching. We spend so much time training you how to sell coaching the right way. In addition, you get a full CRM, a full suite CRM. So you don't have to pay for Calendly anymore. You don't have to pay for ClickFunnels or MailChimp. You can literally save thousands of dollars a month by just using this full suite CRM. You don't even have to pay for any of the other CRMs that are out there trying to grip you, because this one gives you the CRM plus leads. That's what you need. So Noomii didn't become the world's largest coaching marketplace by accident. It's here and continues to grow because we attract buyers, not borrowers. It rewards you having a specific problem that you solve and getting matched with it. And it solves the biggest problem that coaches have: consistent leads. Now, is it magic? No. Does it replace learning how to sell coaching? Not at all. But it is a consistent lead engine and it solves the hardest problem first. Now, I know I'm very biased because I love the company and I love the thousands of coaches we help. The question is it worth it for you? If you need consistent leads, you want a lower cost per client, and you are serious about being a full-time coach, it's your best first. I know that because it was my first move when I built my coaching practice before we came back and bought the company. But here's something to remember. Tools don't build businesses, but the right tool used correctly can stop you from bleeding time and money. And in coaching, that's everything. That's how Noomii makes a difference. And I hope this was helpful. And again, stay connected to the channel as always, because I'll help you grow your practice one client at a time.